our understanding of kids is that they have a natural curiosity that would lead them to learn whatever they need to know in life, and that our part in this is limited to giving answers to their questions. That's all that we do. We don't try to come with our own contents, with our own ideas, what they should learn or what they should do, or just listen to what they need. We created this environment out in the forest that has many good people in it, many very, I hope, positive and interesting stimulations for the kids to pick up on. And and we trust them to learn whatever they need to learn. So we don't teach them anything, not maths, and not to read and write, and they learn all of this by themselves, as per their need. For instance, my daughter didn't know to recognize any letter of the alphabet until she went one day with me to the homeopathic doctor. And in this clinic, you have to sign your name after you got the treatment. And the doctor asked her to sign, so she said, I don't know how to read and write. So I told her, okay, I will sign for you. And I took the pen, and then she said, no, Papa, I want to sign my name. I said, okay. So in front of the doctor, I was teaching her letter by letter of her name, and her name is pretty long. It's Osher Shanti Rozin, so it includes like half of the alphabet. And by the time we went out of the doctor's office, she knew half of the alphabet, without any effort, without any tension. And I think about me, spending the first grade. It took me maybe 6 months to study half of the alphabet. And for her, it took less than 5 minutes, just because she was ready for it and she wanted really to know it. That's what was most critical for her to know at that moment. And when she came home, she asked, how do I write Mama's name, and how do I write your name? And then, the alphabet was pretty much covered. And then she lost interest in it, because it was not really relevant to her life anymore, because she didn't have to write, until a few months later that was another opportunity where she had to write or read something, and then she picked up on a few more things, and that's how she learns. It's a very fast way to learn, although it's not controllable. We cannot control it, but that's part of our spiritual path, not to try to control everything. So that goes well also with with education, with our view of education. Our daughters are very integrated into the environment. They work with us, they take part in managing the place, they are very attentive to every small detail and what is happening, and can interpret it and reach conclusions. And just because there's nobody else to do it, they're part of the team. They're not treated like kids, they're treated like people. And that, I think, empowers them to be much more connected to what is happening, much more serious, but also joyful in a childish way. They can still be very, very childish and joyful and even regressive at times, but also function as full members of the team in other times. But there are a few books that I found especially inspiring, especially in the field of education, and first and foremost of them is the Continuum concept of Liedloff. It's definitely the most inspiring book I've ever read, and I think that if people read it, they will have a different view of how they can create a relationship with their kids and with their parents, and understand better our evolution as people.